Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Milton, and so the purpose of making this video is to let all my friends who doesn't understand any Chinese to get the full vision of my tour to Rotorua. Actually, I've already made a Chinese one on my YouTube channel. You guys can just click it in to have a look on if you want. And since it's a English channel here, I'm gonna do an English video here. I'm gonna try to fully explain what exactly we were talking and our discussion is. And for this video, I'm gonna try to make everything as fluent as possible. So I might just cut down some Chinese jokes and the words that isn't necessary in order to make it much more better. And that's the 2020 March the 16th morning. Yeah, that was the date my video is about, and we were about to go to the Rotorua. And that's the morning, and I just woke up and I'm a little like dizzy by the time. Yeah, before that morning I stayed up late, so it's quite a little bit uncomfortable for me. And yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's the sunbeam, that kettle that I newly got like a recent got, and I really like it. And by the time we arrived, it's the Greenland. Yeah, so we are still in Auckland, and it's in Greenland. So it's in the at around Mount Eden, and we went to the Mac Cafe for to have some food, since like we're pretty hungry by the time. And after that we went to Countdown, and by that time I suddenly realized I didn't wear my face mask by the time, and I went back to my vehicle and asked my friend whether he wants to go back to going to Countdown with me or not. And by that time I asked him whether he wants to wear the face mask or not, and he said he said no, because he's not going there. Well, I don't really care about what they gonna do, but I'm trying to protect myself, so I just put my mask on. Yeah, I put my face mask on. But by that time it was, yes, like I said, it was March the 16th, and nobody was like wearing masks by the time. And by that day, there were like 0 confirmed, but actually two of our friends, yeah, we can see clearly on the Facebook and on the moments of the Chinese WeChat, like there are at least two of the people already have the similar effects comes out at home, but they called the health line and nobody was answering, or otherwise people saying you didn't came from the country that has been seriously confirmed, so it is not possible for us to do the test whether you got the coronavirus or not. So that was a bit sad by the time, because since we already know they are highly the high percentage of possibility they're gonna got that virus, but luckily one of them is just a high fever and nothing's wrong right now. The other one, we didn't want to talk much about that. And here we go, we went into the Countdown, and we can see lots of people staring at me, and yeah, people giving me unfriendly faces, and they feel confused, and also a little bit seeing weird people. Wow, it seems like they are using their eyesight saying, why are you wearing a face mask? And yeah, you see here's the word saying I was stared at by someone else, and I feel a little uncomfortable by that time. And our friend Jeffrey is already ready for checkout, so just waiting for him right there. Yeah, here's the one. We're talking about masks by the time. And we are thinking about like getting out to wait for him or not. And here I originally used English by that moment because I was keep staring by someone else, and I want to just explain like I want to protect myself instead of like just giving others a show like here's the word saying something about that. Yeah, and after that I'm just like we just went out to wait for Jeffrey, which is my friend. And sorry, this friend name is Lester, and he's one of my best friend here in Auckland. We just stay here for a couple of minutes, but I can like hear and see people like saying like about my mosques. And here we were discussing about the healthline stuff, and also say hello to everybody. And my friend Lester was talking about the situation that happened by the time it happened in Italy, and so we just made a small discussion about that. And I was trying to explain like face masks. To put on the face mask is to try to protect yourself instead of like just giving other people some help as well. It's by the time Okay. See that? That's the word saying like we were gossiped by the people who are not wearing the face masks. Yeah. Okay. And after that, we just went back to my vehicle. And that's Jeff. Okay, we went back to my vehicle, and we start our trip on. And here we go. We arrived Hamilton. It's not Rotorua. It's like halfway of the trip, like the whole journey. And normally the roads that we go from Auckland to Rotorua is like we go from Auckland and step on the motorway and arrive Hamilton to have a amazing restaurant, which name is Sichuan style restaurant. It's gonna be on in the video as well. And then after that we drive to Rotorua. It's like it's quite common for us, and it's also helped me like feel relaxed. And here we were just like joking to each other, saying like one is handsome and one is good looking. That's something gospel like that. And I was like threaten Jeffrey, saying like I'm gonna spread his everything on this video, and actually I did. And I was talking about the hotel next to us, which is the Noventel, and I've been passing by and stayed in Hamilton for more than 20 times by the last 5 years since I first time arrived in New Zealand. And I was trying to figure out the correct way, and by the time the camera was a little bit like shaking. Sorry for that. And after that, like just try to figure out the way, and we keep it on. And Lester was the one who carrying the camera, and he asked me to try to grab a microphone for myself, and like a tip one, just tip it on my t-shirt, something like that. And here we arrived Hamilton Central, you call it Palace, right? Okay, so and that's the Sky City, which there is also one in Auckland. As everybody knows, it's a casino. And I'm talking about there's one what we call it games shop. It's table games and or card games. It's a fighting game shop. What's called the game center, I do believe. And I've been like really fan of these for a really long time when I was quite young. And by the first time I go to Hamilton, I went to this shop and have a like really fun time in that. And by that day we don't have really much time for like browsing around, since we are going to Rotorua. We must go into Rotorua by the end of like 7 o'clock. It's around like that. And here's the way to the Sichuan style restaurant. And we now are talking about there's a there's a milk tea shop, which name is Ucha, as you can see, it's right here. So this one is the Ucha. Oh, sorry, it's a bit shaky. So Ucha is one of my best, one of my favorite milk tea shop in Auckland. And after that, Lester and I were discussing some like t-shirts painting stores in Hamilton as well. So that was what we are talking about. And just after this crossing, it's not even after, just turn left at this crossing, it's the Sichuan style restaurant. And we're gonna just pop the file. Yeah, that's the one, Sichuan style restaurant. It's one of the best in New Zealand, I have to say. It's like one of the best Chinese restaurants in New Zealand, and it's like every time it's a must for us to get into. And these two are my other two friends. His name is Simon and her name is Evan, and both of them are like my classmates. And we were talking about Jeff's glasses, because Jeffrey normally wears the glasses, but actually that day he accidentally breaks it. So we were talking about like everything in his eyes seems like Lego. Yeah, Lego pieces. Yeah, I'm asking them to say hello to us. Okay, yeah, Evan and Simon. We call Simon teacher, little teacher Simon, because like Mr. Simon, yeah. Sir Simon, here that's there's a Chinese joke here. Okay, so here are two, like here we go. We are still having some food, but like these foods just comes out, and this dish is a chicken, and that's Sichuan style fish, and the other one is in Chinese we call it a family's luck, so but like a couple's luck, but it's it's a joking kind of it's all everything like with the beef tongue or everything sliced and put it together, and I was saying like the bun here, it's a plain bun, but it's really tasty and I like it very much, and I can just like eat it without anything, just maybe one or two. And after that we were just still gossiping around for other stuff. And here's one of the amazing manager inside the store. He's handsome, so I was videoing him. And here was like I was talking about this camera was quite okay, and I am using the G7X Mark II as my video camera. And here we are going to the Ucha to have my favorite milk tea. And here's the word saying like I have been having too much ucha in Auckland. So the one what I was having was the what do you call that, wukong, and it's called wukong milk tea like for us. And actually the one down there was a black, it's like coffee jelly. Yeah, it's kind of coffee jelly, so it's really tasty and I like it really much. And after that we went back to our vehicle. So here we go, we already arrived at Rotorua, and you can see my face saying like it's smelly, and I was a little bit allergic because of nicotine that Jeff has taking his cigarettes on my vehicle. So we are now like I'm trying to explain how exactly the place we are staying is. And so the motel's name is Birchwood, sorry, not Birch. And actually it's a really nice place, and it's around like the corner of Rotorua. And actually here's the place that we stayed, and by entering the living room we can see we got like a sofa, and it's like double, it's on double floor, so it has the second floor, and they do put all the monitors and everything, the controllers all in a small bag over there. And there's 3 beds on the bottom floor, and when we get through the whole door, by the time we entering, we can see there is a really nice place for a spa. Actually we can see some like views up on the head, but here's the spa, and it says like I do believe it was like a relax and enjoy your spa pool. Exactly it is. Okay, so close this door, and yeah, that's me. And by the time like Jeffrey was he's looking for the Wi-Fi, you know, but actually we don't know. However, it's and I was doing the check like of what exactly we have here. So the ice pack, and there's 2 box of milks, and yeah, here's the kettle that I was looking for because I was drinking tea by that time and waiting for. I need the like hot water. Okay, so they do have everything. That's a fry pan, and some ports, other ports, and the mops. And actually, here is what we are about to looking for. That's actually the Wi-Fi itself here. That's some fun. We didn't really saw it, and that's the bottle, you know, everything. Also, yeah, the daily use forks, spoons, and these are the tools that we need use for cooking. The drawer has something wrong, so actually I didn't even able to make it flat. Okay, after that is, yeah, let's go upstairs to have a look. Oh, I forget to, yeah, there's a TV and a like a, what do you call that, side door oven, yeah, over there. Side heater, yeah. And so that's actually the bathroom. And here's my bed, and because I don't want to stay in the first floor, in the ground floor I mean, so I choose to stay up here. And that's the bed for Lester actually, and I turn on the hello. Okay, so I'm browsing around and seeing like what the view is for our room, and that's Lester, and they do provide that's Lester, and he's also a YouTuber. I'm gonna put his link down there for you guys to have a look around. They do have everything like you need, and that's a really nice place actually. If you guys go into Rotorua after the lockdown, and it's gonna be a really good place for you guys to stay. And Lester is a like what we call that, a beauty boy. Like he's really like be careful of like what the outlooking is, and I am a little bit like rough by that. And now we are on our way to try to find the Wi-Fi is, but actually we already got it. Yeah, like I said on step there. So it's Cassie. It's this is Cassie. She's the reception girl of also like the one of the owner of this motel, and she was providing me the what do you call that? The voucher of the skyline. Yeah. Try out for it all the time, and then we are going to go to the next our friend's motel room, and here we go, and they asked us to grab the drink later on that night. Actually they did drunk. And by the motel is around like 5 minutes drive to the Rotorua center, and it's really in a good place, and yeah, that's the view of it, and you can see all the like trees, mountains around. But I do believe like for New Zealand local it's quite common. So I'm browsing around in their place as well, and Simon and Ivan was saying like stay in a place here as with friends are pretty nice as well after some like busy walk, and they do have a spot as well, a spa pool, and I was browsing for the kids toy next door. And that's pretty much actually what I got from my camera by the time. And the motels, here's the motel's name and all the contact numbers. I'm gonna put it on my YouTube link, and we did have a really nice entertainment by the time. And after that is after this one, it's what we have in what we've been playing and enjoy by that time. I forgot to bring the charger of my camera, so everything's gonna be like photo. Yeah, this is the Hamilton Garden. These two are, all of these are in Hamilton Garden, and that's three of us. And that's me. That's also in Hamilton Garden. That's me again. Me again, yeah. This is me. And these are all my friends by the time. And yet, we in Rotorua. And that's three of us, like Jeffrey. This is Jeffrey, Lester, and I. We were in a spa pool, and that's what we have on the skyline. Yeah, that's the nice view over there. And by that day, we play poker during the night, and that's the giant in the red hood, and that's in the Acton. Yeah, Argton. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and subscribe if you like me, and thank you very much. And here we go. See ya.